Hey, we're here. We're live. Hello, and welcome to Tales of Terramir. I'm Wes Ford, and I'm the game master for our campaign. I also play Savamil Donkir, Sea Elf Cleric.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Domes. I play Gemma Ashenlight, Azamar Sorceress. I almost said human sorceress.
No one said human. Have it.
Perfect. Hey, I'm Hannah Nye, and I play Willa Kettlewhistle, Gem Dragonborn Blood Hunter.
Hi, friends. I'm Rob Parkinson. I play Razik Shickley, Pangean Human Rogue.
I'm Justin. I play Anton Darghost, Human Fighter.
All right, we are here to play through episode 28 of our campaign. You can find more episodes of the show by visiting us at talesofterramir.com. We stream live on Twitch, but you can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitter. Actually, scratch that one. Facebook with our handle Tales of Terramir. When you subscribe to our Twitch channel, you'll receive exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and much more. You can also subscribe for free with an Amazon Prime account. And thank you to everyone who subscribes and keeps our show running. If you're catching us on YouTube or listening to our podcast, thank you. We really appreciate you listening to us that way or watching us that way. Give us a like and subscribe. It'll really help us out. You can watch all our episodes on YouTube or listen to select recordings of our streams on your favorite podcast platforms. And Mike, I think you had another thing to say.
Yeah, for sure. Hannah, our producer Charlie, and I got together last week to discuss our last two episodes, our characters, and some other random things about the game. So if you missed it, you can catch it here on Twitch, YouTube, and all other major podcast platforms.
It was a great convo.
It went really well. It went really well. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Okay, well, let's get back into our adventures in Tales of Terramir. Okay. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We're going to go through a recap of our previous session. After the rite of passing funeral outside Redgard Keep, the party made their way to the Grand Hall for a feast and celebration for the sealing of the Ram Gate and the return of the elf sorcerer, Watchmaster Varendrel, settling into a more relaxed atmosphere with the accomplishments they've achieved with the Everwatch. The party discussed their plans for the following week, while Razik indulged in the free food and drinks to unconsciousness. What followed was a series of vignettes of each player character as they progressed through the week in their chosen downtime activity. Gemma began her sorcery training with the Watchmaster. After a slow, rough start, she quickly developed and excelled in the lessons of the elf taught her, harnessing her natural arcane magic. Razik spent his time gambling with the guards of the Everwatch, miraculously doubling the gold he spent without any complications. And Anton spent his time in the chapel's library, researching a subject he'd heard about while in the Imperial Army, the Great Tree of the Undying Forest. He'd heard that it contained some sort of magic. He learned from his research that it was a massive organism that stood over 1,000 feet tall, far from the Empire to the northwest. Religious scholars believe that a wood elf tribe, the Nimloth, that live around and amongst its branches, worship the tree as the living son of Sylvanus, the twilight god of the forests. Using Olorof's map from the Laughing Spire as a base, Willow researched answers on her mysterious amethyst necklace and its connection to the orb they'd given to the man in the yellow cloak. She discovered that Turin Bluff in Panginan may be the location of the original amethyst gem laid by Sardior, the ruby dragon, and that her necklace could be a piece of it. By the end of the week spent in the keep, the party reconvened in the Great Hall. Suddenly, Everwatch guards burst into the hall and announced their supply caravans had been attacked by gnolls nearby in the plains, and the adventurers moved to action, riding their horses to the site in hopes of saving what they could. They were met by a pack of gnolls, hyena-like humanoids that were consuming flesh and raiding the Everwatch's supplies. As they rode across the tall, golden field to meet them, Anton fired arrows from his new longbow. Razak threw psychic daggers. Willa dismounted to attack with the recovered Maul of Hell Ice, and Gemma showed off her new magical prowess, twin casting a firebolt and hold person. The powerful adventurers quickly dispatched these savage creatures, and now they look to inspect what can be returned to Redgard Keep. And that brings us back to where we left off. In case there was anything else you wanted to really inspect or see here, because we'd kind of just ended after combat. You see the carnage left behind from your battle with the gnolls. The fire still lit on the central caravan, and two undamaged caravans and horses before you.
I look over and I say, maybe someone should check out and see if that one scary guy's flail is still on the ground. Maybe one of you could use it?
It's not my style.
All right, good chat.
I'm gonna hold on to this cheese. As it
You're choosing cheese over the flail.
Cuts a huge wedge out of the circles.
We'll definitely
Looks
go
like a
over
willow
there
weapon.
and check it out. Yeah. Do we see it? I mean, on the ground or anything next to the, what was it called again? It's not a null. It was a Flend. Right. Okay.
Flend. Yes, you do see it. It's still there beside it.
Kind of pick it up.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, you pick it. It's this metal AF looking flail. It's got this hardwood handle, and from chains dangle three humanoid skulls as the heads of this three-piece flail.
Gemma's gonna swing it around like a hammer throw. No, that's too heavy for me.
It seems kind of awkward to handle if you're not trained with it. It seems almost like you might hurt yourself, you know.
Right. Or someone else on accident.
Or someone else. Yeah.
At any rate, she's gonna stick it in one of the carts. We'll bring it back to the Watchmaster. This shouldn't be in anyone else's untrusted hands, I think.
Yeah, great idea.
Go ahead.
Willa's gonna go over and kind of like stomp out the fire in the second caravan as best as she can.
Mm-hmm. Takes a little bit of time, but you're able to eventually kind of put it out, throwing some dirt onto it and stomping it, and especially I think with Gemma's magic, you'd probably be able to reduce the flame a bit.
I'll help her.
And
we can bring.
Actually, see just the burnt remains left behind.
Maybe we should put the bodies in one of the carts. Definitely bring the rest of these supplies back.
Why should we bring the bodies back?
To be respectful, Anton.
There are people, right?
Not the gnolls. I think.
No, not the gnolls. No,
think-
no, we can eat the gnolls.
How many people?
Yeah, I
Let
could
them,
take
let them rot on the road.
dragging behind the supplies. But no, I'll start to at least try to get the horses ready to convey them back to the Redgard. Did we search the rest already? I don't remember if we searched the gnolls.
You didn't, but you don't need to.
Did we search the
To save some time.
The carts? I know I searched the cheese cart, but
You didn't search the car. You didn't search anything. So if you want to do a general search, yeah, that's one of the reasons. Yeah, we started back here.
okay. Well, I'm gonna sense that there's something here. If we started here, so what do you want me to roll, Wes? Investigation, perception.
What do you want to search exactly?
The cart.
Just a general scan
The
over,
carts.
or you want to roll investigation then? Gonna have to
got a
refresh
16, 16.
myself here, by the way. You got a 16. Okay. Well, you do find that there are definitely both carts that are left are filled with supplies. There's one with a ton of wheels of cheese, as you can visibly see, and a lot of barrels of like food. There's some barrels of like ale and what is it, Mike? I can't think of the word. Textiles.
Textiles.
There's
It's always
some
textiles. It's always
Yeah, there's textiles in there.
It's like my Skyrim image
Basically, a
over
lot of
here.
a lot of basic supplies. You do find a chest, a locked chest, which you believe could hold some more valuable things.
Rogue to the chest.
Ooh. I
That
kinda-
doesn't belong to
Ooh.
us.
Does
guys.
Willa see him going for this?
Yeah.
I don't think he's hiding it.
I
That's
mean,
not
yeah,
smart.
if I
Okay,
find it, and nobody notices me, I can roll like a stealth against people's perception, or
I
I'll
mean,
try and open it.
Were you
I'm actually
hiding
gonna
it
take
to begin with?
Yeah, are you hiding it in general? Or
Yeah, I mean, well, I was the only one that was looking through, unless someone else was helping me look through.
Just
Okay.
kind of
Okay. Yeah,
preparing all the supplies.
he hasn't announced it out loud. So why don't you roll a stealth check then? If anyone wants to oppose it, can roll perception.
Why not?
I'll roll perception.
perception for 11.
I got a
28.
13.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah.
You just see
You
this-
wonder. Yeah. You wonder why we don't trust you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Well,
knock yourself out, dude.
You don't. You created this monster. You don't trust me, so that you made me this way.
That's such a shit excuse. But go ahead and open the chest.
I don't think that's true. It is locked, so go ahead and roll your thieves' tools, Razak.
Thieves' tools. Using my dexterity. With a 16.
For the 16, you unlock it, and everyone seems to be distracted. They kind of look towards your direction, see that you are just looking through the carts, and you lean down and quietly and discreetly unlock the chest. Inside, taking the lock off, you see several sacks of gold.
Okay, I'm gonna close it. If I don't
Okay.
see anything else,
Do you lock it again?
Actually, I'll check it for like a hidden compartment, if you don't mind.
Roll perception.
This music is blasting. 19 perception. I'm rolling hot.
You it's not music's not too loud for anyone else, right? It's the only volume for me.
No, I meant blasting as in like cool.
Oh, killing, like kicking.
Yeah.
Okay. You actually do find with that such a high perception, find that there's a slight secret compartment underneath the hood of the chest.
Clever girl.
You open it.
I say to myself.
So you open it.
Yes.
Underneath the lid, there's like this wood panel that slides, and you see what appears to be several magical scrolls, known to be illegal in the Empire.
Mm.
What do you?
And these are all the Watcher's goods, right?
Yes, these are all the Everwatch's supplies.
All right. I'll close the lid and close the box. Sorry, I meant to say I'll close the secret compartment and then I'll close the box and I'll relock it if it's possible for me to do so.
You
and
can.
Then I will inform the party what I found.
Not
Contents
mentioning
included.
that, or do you mention?
Yeah, I mention everything.
Oh, he mentions everything.
Oh. Wow. Well,
Guys,
I'm really
scrolls.
proud of you, Razik.
Honorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure they weren't, there wasn't like drugs in there or something that I could, use for myself.
Yeah, it was honorable to unlock the locked chest. Of course.
Hey man, I'm a rogue.
Savamo goes, "What's
like,
a drugs?"
What's a try?
It's like
Well,
What's a
let's
drug?
get past the meat thing first, and then we'll get to the drugs. Baby steps.
Oh,
I
okay.
think what the C equivalent of what would a C drug be? It's like do you guys ever like just get purposely stung by like an enemies?
No, like a puffer fish, maybe.
No.
Yeah. You ever like eat some puffer
Oh,
fish?
right, yeah.
Get some of that
Oh,
fugu, that
yeah, I
sweet
see.
fugu.
There are certain kinds of jellyfish that make you feel kind of crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it's exactly
Crazy.
like that.
Hmm.
But Jim, there were some scrolls in there. As a reward, maybe they'll let you look at some of them, copy them into that spellbook of yours.
Oh, I don't know how to do any of that, and I already owe them so much. This stuff doesn't belong to me, but we'll see when we get there. Maybe they'll just be. Maybe we just did the right thing. How about that? By saving the supplies.
All right. Get back into the carts. Who helps like kind of drive the other, there are two carts to be driven back.
I can drive one of them. I probably have some like experience doing that from like the market and stuff. With my
Who
past
actually
stuff.
is who is actually proficient in land vehicles?
Have proficiency in land vehicles.
Oh, Willa is.
I didn't know.
Do
But
you?
yeah. Yes, I.
Willa
yeah,
can do
yeah.
one.
Willa will
I mean, I
jump
can
onto one of the
help.
front.
She did Formula One for a while.
Willa is very used to, on her farm at least, driving carts with horses is nothing new for her. Gemma, you know how to ride horses. You can get accustomed to at least steering the cart. Willa just might have a little bit more experience, but you do eventually all ride back. I do want to say, do you want to? What was the hand gesture?
Oh, nothing.
Like,
Nothing.
okay. Did you take the flail?
I put it in one of the carts
Could you leave
at
it
least
back?
to have
Okay.
them. I mean, they watch the Hellmouth, so why not?
Yeah. Why not have this metal weapon? Yeah. All right, you head back, and you head back to Redgard Keep, and you are greeted by a number of guards, Everwatch guards, who are kind of like seem somewhat happy that you've returned, seemingly successful, though noticing one of the carts is missing. One of the guards comes up and goes, "Oh, you made it back. Is there no survivors? Only two carts."
Just
No.
these two horses.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, we're thankful at least for what you did, at least bringing back most of our supplies. Come on, come this way. And they kind of lead you in. they take over the carts and everything, and you're free to go where you wish at this point.
Anton's going to recover his arrows.
You have a 10%
Hello.
chance to recover each arrow that you spent.
Just ask for more. Just ask for more when we get back. We saved their caravan.
You actually can. That's fine. They'll give you up to 20. Anton.
Up to 20 arrows. Okay, good. Because I fired like 4.
Yep.
Just
It's a net
pocket the rest.
positive. This is a profitable
Fired.
venture. Even though we didn't steal.
It is getting a little late at this point. The sun is dipping, and you feel that it might be worth it to sleep one more night here and then head out in the morning.
Can I
Is there any business?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you were gonna say, is there any business?
Yeah, it's open. It's open to all. If there's any business you'd like to conclude before we wrap up Redgard Keep.
I'd like to do something, but if anyone wants to go first, they can. Great. I do want to find Adamar, either in his office or roaming the halls or whatever he does. And where do I find him?
Oh, it's easy to find him. He's either in his office, he's in the Grand Hall. He's not in many places, so one of only several. You can quickly find him. If not, you eventually find him.
Okay. We'll say I find him in his office, office tower. I say,
Perfect,
hey,
yeah.
can I talk to you for a few minutes, Adamar? Do you have some time before I retire for the evening?
Oh yes, Gemma, welcome back. I heard about your success. Yes, please come in. I actually wanted to speak with you. I was hoping you'd come by before you left.
Oh, for sure. Is there anything on your mind?
Actually, several. Well, a couple things. Well, one is what causes, like fruit to fall from a tree. But that's another thing.
Oh,
That has nothing to do with you. What? I actually have some business with your friend Willa, but I also wanted to speak with you as well. Well, I think you told me that you wished you could hear a little bit more about your parents.
Yes, absolutely. If you have the time, I would love to hear more about them. I really only know what my sister and my grandmother told me. But like I said before, I feel like that they maybe were keeping a few things from me. A few important things, obviously.
Well, yes. I can't say exactly why or what for sure happened to them at the end of their lives. I wasn't around. And I did just suddenly stop hearing from them, but from what I've gathered, there was a fateful night. I think it was the end of what we call the Tunnel of Liberation. It's what your parents started. It's what allowed a lot of the magic users in the Domarian Empire a means to safeguard away from the Empire and escape with safety.
They helped other magic
But
users.
I believe
Huh.
they did. I guess I get ahead of myself. I don't think you know much about them, do you?
No. I thought they were just farmers before. I barely remember them. I was so young. Really, the only lasting impression I have is of my mother, and all I remember about that is that she was very pretty. She's always very kind, had a very peaceful way about her. But again, like I said, I was very young, so I don't remember much.
Well, your mother, Kara, she was an Asama, like I said before. What we call a wild magic sorcerer. I think much like yourself. Her husband, your father, Gideon, he was a very skilled illusionist, a wizard. I'm not sure, I don't think you are quite aware of the differences being raised in the Empire, and it's what I've gathered from being around you, but, well, sorcerers, they have innate magic abilities, much like yourself. Their power comes from within, either from some spark of unknown energy, from celestial creatures, perhaps infernal creatures, sometimes from dragons and their heritage, but, well, that was your mother. She had an innate spark. Her power flowed freely. You're actually a lot like your mother. Your father... Go ahead.
No, she's just at that. She kind of is trying to hold back some tears, just happy to hear something like that.
He notices, and your mother would be very proud of you, especially from what you've accomplished here with me.
That's good to hear.
Your father was very skilled as well. Though his abilities came from the knowledge of the arcane, he studied arcane magic. It's something that can all be attained and controlled by those who study it. It's part of our life. It's part of this world. The Empire seems to forget that. He was very skilled in the ways of illusion. He would disguise a lot of the pathways and safe houses that the people who used the Tunnel of Liberation, he would disguise them to provide cover and obscurity. Although I'm an elf. I've been around a long time. It lasted but a blink of an eye for me, just 5 years. But even though it only lasted 5 years, it allowed hundreds of practice casters and natural casters to escape the Empire. One night, when you were very young, Damarian knights caught wind of this operation, and they hunted them down. I know not the details, only that it ended with their lives. I'm sorry, Gemma.
I'm I'm happy to hear that they fought bravely, they died bravely for what they believed in, and helped so many people. I never really understood any of this, only what the Empire taught us, and to hear that they did so much good for all these other people makes me very proud of them and proud to be their daughter.
You should be. They were heroes. True heroes. Good people. Arcane magic can be dangerous, but only if you allow it to be a secret, to keep it hidden, to keep it uncontrolled. That's why it's important that I think you need to leave. You've done a great job at your training. You have gotten the basics down. There's a lot more to learn. But you are talented. I cared a lot about your parents, and I would hate to see you befall the same fate as them.
Part of why I came up here was to also thank you for everything that you showed me. It was very important for me to learn how to control my powers so I wouldn't hurt anyone. I hurt a lot of people before not knowing how to control them, and I feel a little bit more confident that I can prevent that from happening on accident. But here, and she fishes through her bag and says, I don't suppose that I can use this, but I found this on my way up here from when we left, or on our travels rather. And she hands him the spell book from the Warlock's Tower, from the Bloody
Orloff?
Knuckles. No, not Orloff's. The Bloody Knuckles Warlock, I think it was.
There was a spell book, and
There was a spell book, and I said, I know this is very dangerous.
It was in the manor. Sorry, it was in the.
Okay, yeah. All right.
The manor.
I know this is dangerous and it's very beautiful, but I don't think that I can use this, and it would only put me and my friends in more danger. Perhaps it's better in your hands, where it can be kept safe or put to good use. And she hands it to me. It's just, this is, a little thank you for everything that you showed me. I'm very, very grateful.
He takes it almost like it's this very precious, rare object. There's not many of these left. Starts to look through the spell book with just this reverence. I also can't use it, but I know those who can. Thank you. This can help. This will help. Kind of like holds it into his chest.
I hope it does. I hope it does.
It will. He leans over and gives you a hug.
And I just return the hug back, and my friends and I are leaving in the morning. Hopefully we'll see you again. Or hear from you again.
I think you will. I hope so. Remember, you have the ear. You can talk. Yeah, talk to me anytime. And
all right.
hey, be careful out there.
I'll do my best.
You're a watcher now. Don't forget that.
You said you
Back
wanted
to
to
my
talk.
studies.
You said you wanted to talk to Willa. Should I go
Oh,
find her
yeah.
and send her to you?
You know what? I'll actually come down with you. I'll come down. If you want to come go see her together,
Sure.
I think you
absolutely.
might actually like this too.
Okay, great. Like side note too, during my training, was it possible that maybe he taught her about being an Azamar, and everything that comes along with that?
Oh yeah, we can
okay.
kind of
I don't wanna, like,
assume that
get
as
into it
well.
right now, so
Yeah, we
okay.
can kind of assume that. Yeah, you kind of heard the basics of being an ASMR too.
Great.
Part of your training.
Cool. I think she might be in the hall, getting a bite to eat. I think fighting makes her really hungry, so it's a good chance that she's there.
All right. You head over, and Will, are you with the rest of the party?
Yeah, if we're all kind of dining in the hall, she's working on like her fourth plate. Chowing down.
Okay. All right, he comes down, and Gemma and Adamar come and join you at the table, and Will. And by the way, I did share a document with everyone to hand out about the Tunnel of Liberation. If anyone wants to read that in more detail. So, checking my notes here.
Do I have a second to ask Gemma something?
You do.
I walk up and say, "Hey, Anton."
Hey.
Hey.
What were you two talking about?
Nothing. I wanted to thank him for everything he's done for me. Oh, and he was telling me more about my parents. It's very interesting to learn about them, stuff that I didn't know about before. I can talk to you about it later. I'd love to tell you guys, and it's very interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear, Gemma.
So last night here, huh? Great. So right to business then.
I'm really gonna miss having friendly allies like this. It's been a long time. Gonna be back on our own for a while, so it's time to toughen up.
It's the last leg, I think, of your journey. You head to Varendrel next, and then the border, right?
That's right.
I think so.
See the
gonna be
finish
tough.
line in the distance.
You're very close. But be careful. As you get closer to the border, you'll be more in the Empire's territory. So watch yourselves, watch your backs.
Is there like a border patrol
But
type of thing?
well, if you're heading along the road to Wes Ford and Garrison, yes. It's a stronghold
build
of
a wall?
Domarian Knights.
How tall is it?
They didn't build a wall. There's definitely ways around it. I'm sure you'll find a way. But Willa, your necklace. Remember, I inspected it for a little bit there, and I couldn't quite understand why I couldn't get a reading on it. But I think I understand why. I've been studying between training Gemma, your friend here, and everything else. I think it's dormant. It needs a spark of psychic energy. If there's a way that someone can do that, then I can probably get a better reading on it.
Oh, we don't know anybody like that. Bam! Razik like makes his hand purple.
Can we see the purple though, or
Touch
is it like
Let me
all
touch
psychic? You have to like stab it with your blade.
Oh, he goes, oh, he like, it kind of like clicks for him. He's like, Razik, yes. Use your psychic dagger. Willa, put your necklace down on the table, and
You're
Razik,
brilliant, sir.
use your psychic dagger
I would have never
against
thought of
it.
that.
She takes it off. She's like, well, are you sure the dagger's not gonna damage this in any way? Usually it
Oh,
kills
no,
people, so.
If it's psychic energy, it shouldn't do any physical harm to the object.
Oh, okay. If you say so, Mr. Zenrel. She puts it on the table.
Razik, what do you do?
I make my hands glow purple as I harness my innate psionic energy, and I say, just in case anything happens, would anybody like to connect with me telepathically to see if there's anything? Willa, you wanna?
Yeah,
Just
I
in
don't
case?
think it's necessary. I think
Okay. You
I don't
never
think you
know. You
need
never
to.
know with
Just-
these things. It could suck me in. I could, meet with an aspect. Who knows? I touch it. I grab it. And I hold it up.
No,
aloft.
because I need you to use your attack it. I need you to stab it with your psychic energy.
Right. Well. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
We're gonna follow directions, bro.
I stab
wanted to
it,
kiss
try
it.
flavorfully, like cover my hands in it, assuming that I could harvest it in a non-violent way. But
I want
if
you
I
to
can't,
stab
I will
it
just
with
stab it.
psychic-
I stab it.
Don't you break it.
Harnessing psychic energy, stab down into it, and you can see the blade go through it, not actually causing any physical harm to the object. But as you remove the dagger, there's almost like this electrical shock around it of purple energy, and it begins to glow. Oh, yeah. He fumbles and gets his spectacles that he had, puts them on and puts down the two purple lenses. Wow. Well, this is something very special. It's definitely a piece of something, as I said before, but it has its own abilities. Do you want to know what they are?
Yeah, I guess so. Please.
Don't hold out on us.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting my whole life. Well, technically, the past year or so to figure this out. So please.
She's like, nah.
I'm good. I got some other stuff going on in my life.
It's a dragon mind shard. If you tune to it, it will make you more powerful. It'll bring out the amethyst dragon's spirit and power in a way. You can attack with more power, or you can use psychic energy with it.
Oh wow! Just like Razik does, something similar to that.
Similar. And out of character, we'll say, I'll just read out this item here. It's a jagged purple crystal fragment infused with the essence of gem, dragon, and psychic energy. It has several abilities. There's Dragon's Might. While tuned to the Dragon Mind shard, the wielder gains a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls to melee and ranged weapons. Additionally, the shard glows with a soft purple light, shedding dim light and a 10-foot radius. Also, Dragon's Roar ability requires a two-handed weapon. If the wielder is using a two-handed weapon, you can use a bonus action and expend one use of their Psychic Resonance ability, which we'll get to let out a mighty roar infused with amethyst draconic energy. Creatures of the wielder's choice within a 15-foot cone must make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they are frightened for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, and in the effect on a success. Once used, this ability can be used again until after a long rest. You can make people frightened of you. Also, using the Psychic Resonance once per short rest. The wielder can channel the shard's psychic energy into their strikes. On a successful hit, the wielder can expend a bonus action to deal an additional 1d6 psychic damage to the target.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Wow, I've been carrying this around the whole time. I had no idea it was this powerful.
Yeah, as I said, I think it was just lying dormant. It needed a spark of psychic energy to be reactivated. You ever seen it glow or do anything else before?
Oh, yeah, it did glow at one point when we found this strange orbs thing. Whenever I got close to it, it would kind of glow a little bit. And then as soon as you took it apart, that was it.
Well, as I said, I can tell it's a part of something. Perhaps once it's connected to its larger piece, it can do even more. But right now, it's just a shard. I hope you found some luck in your research, studying this object.
Yeah, from what we saw, it might be, like you said, part of something bigger. There was the tale of the ruby dragon and the gems that they kind of placed around the world. It seems like this might be one of them, or part of it. I don't know.
Well, definitely interesting. I know Sardior, but don't know much about him or Gem Dragons or psychic energy or much about Panginian, really. I know that a lot of them are connected, but well, that's all I can find for now. I hope I provided you a little bit of relief in knowing what it is.
Oh yes, this is amazing. This is more than I could have ever imagined. She grabs your hand and starts shaking it really hard. Thank you so much, Mr. Zenrel. I appreciate it.
Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, well. Is there anything else I can do for you? I'm going to retire to my chambers, but believe you'll probably be heading out early. I just wanted to thank you again for everything you've done for us. And just know you'll always be welcomed here at the Redgard Keep. And he gets up, does a bow, and hope to see you again someday.
Hopefully soon.
And
Thank you for your hospitality.
turns.
And also, you're welcome.
You saved my life. I'll never forget it. And he turns and goes back up the stairs. And with that, we'll go ahead and go to our first break and pick up the next day, leaving Redgard Keep. We'll see you all in a few. Hey, we're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So, we have concluded our business at Redgard Keep, and it is the next morning, early, as the group is saddling up onto their horses, strapping on their travel gear, and ready to hit the road once again.
Of a thing.
Was there any other business to be concluded before leaving?
Yeah, I don't think we addressed this because we actually used up a lot of resources to get here, but is there any way that we can get more provisions for, like, rations for us and our horses, at least to get to...
Very good question. You can each have 5 rations for yourselves and your horses. So 5 per day rations for you and your horse.
Sweet.
That should be enough to get you to Varendrel.
Can I say that I attuned to the Dragon Mind Shard overnight?
Absolutely, yes. And you all are long rested, so long rest. You're attuned to that object, Willa.
Perfect.
Level up?
No,
No? Okay, all right.
not quite.
I think that's it, right? Provisions.
It's going to actually probably be a little bit before your next level up, just a heads up.
Yeah, I'm just being.
I'm slowing down on the level ups a little bit. But yeah, you should be good. Everyone good. Ready to head out.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everybody to make sure that they asked people for armor if they still needed it. Because I remember some people hadn't. I think they said that they hadn't bought armor.
They both just got
the dilapidated one.
They both just got magical armor at the ruins of Yalkanel.
Cool.
And you got armor.
Did you?
Yep.
You
I'm
picked
good.
up armor, didn't you, Rezek?
Mm-hmm. Correct. Mine was leather,
Okay.
so it was really easy.
Right.
They
Speaking
got
of armor,
studded leather.
did they have any extra Imperial armor that we could
Ooh.
take? Because I think we only had like 2 or 3.
Yeah. They don't actually, but that's a good question.
Okay.
They don't
Thinking
have
though.
any. That is a good thought. Okay. So it does take about at a normal pace on your horses, it'll take about 4.5 days to get to Varendrel. So the only one who's I think has ever been there is Anton. You've spent a little bit of time there. You have when you were with the Imperial Army for sure. You stayed a couple nights. You know that there's an Imperial camp there, and you know it is Imperial territory. But if there's any other questions, you can ask me. But that's what you know off the top of your head. The following days pass by very quickly. You head back onto the road, feeling rejuvenated. You know, you've gotten some rest, more or less for some people. And on the road, Savamil does bring something up. You're kind of taking a break at one point, about halfway there, we'll say. Middle of the afternoon, taking a little breather, taking a rest, feeding the horses. It was, so, Varendrel. I think I told you all when I spent the downtime in the chapel. We didn't really talk about that. It didn't go by with too much detail, honestly. I mean, not much happened. I performed some rituals. Some travelers came through the Redgard Keep and visited the chapel. One of them who had just left Varendrel told me something a little concerning about the cities. They have a temple to Coralon, which, as you know, is the elven deity of art and beauty. Something a lot to do with your armor there, Anton. But the priest there, this traveler told me that he believes that they secretly worship Asmodeus. It's quite alarming to hear. Asmodeus, if you don't know, he's the... I actually had to do a little research on the library to make sure I was correct, but he's the devil god of the 9 hells. You know, the place we just came from. A bit weird, if you ask me. But supposedly he's He's the priest of Corlan, but he has secretly been worshipping Asmodeus. That's what I found out during my downtime. Just was waiting for the right time, and since we're heading there, it's probably a good time to tell you.
Wait, Savi, could you run that back one more time?
The priest of Corlan at the temple in Varendrel secretly worships Asmodeus, the devil god of the Nine Helms.
Ooh.
And people have been noticing strange things about him and don't actually know that, I guess. I don't know why this guy knows, but apparently some people think he's acting weird, or this guy thinks he worships Asmodeus. I don't know. But I don't know if it's worth going. It's just up to you all if you want to investigate it or not. It's just something I found out through my downtime.
Why do you think
What
someone
a
would
priest
worship
normally-
Asmodeus? Sav?
Say that again?
I said, why do you think someone would worship Asmodeus?
I have no idea. That's just what the guy told me.
Well, should we tell somebody when we get there, or is that something that you're intending to put a stop to?
It's up to you all if you want to get involved. Like I said, it's just something I heard. We can inspect it. Maybe we can run by the temple and see what it's like. But I don't really have too much of an opinion on it. As I said before, I try not to get too distracted from my goal. But if it comes about, I would. If it comes before our path, I'd be interested in investigating it. But I'll really take up your lead. I don't know what you all think on that.
Having just come from hell, not happy that someone's worshiping Asmodeus. He's the king of the hells, right?
Yeah, the devil. Now, if you remember, the nine hells, there's 9 layers, right? The 5th layer was the one we went into. The leader of the 5th layer was Levistus. I think there's a leader for each one, but there's a devil that rules all 9 hells, and that's Asmodeus. And that guy said. The fact that supposedly a priest of Corlan, a very good, in my opinion, very good deity, would be worshipping a devil, pretty concerning.
Well, who knows what effect this will have on Varendrel? Not good. It's a place I like to visit. I think you'll like it too, but I don't think things will go well if we let a worshiper of the 9 hells, someone everyone trusts, just masquerade as a man of the good gods.
Yeah,
Corlan? Yeah, Corlan. He's one of the good ones.
Corlan.
Empire approved.
Yes. And Empire approved, indeed. Well, anyway, I just wanted to let you know that's what I found out.
It's very concerning. Yeah.
Thanks.
Maybe we'll stay away.
Did you do any cool
Yeah, we could just avoid
baptisms or
Oh, did you add
risks or
bacon?
anything?
Did you add bacon to your ceremony? You were talking about that.
No, the thing is, I ate it all. John. I
Oh,
ate all the.
you gotta have some
I ate all the
self-control,
bacon.
Savi.
I know. I'm starting to gain a little weight, actually.
You keep
My
that
abs
up,
are
you're gonna
going
be
away.
Thank you, guy. Savno.
But no, the service, everything else went pretty well. I think I gained a little favor from Quathalia for doing that. Could come to be used for us when we're in real dire need. I think I can probably ask a favor of Quathalia.
Great.
So that's it went pretty well overall.
That's good to hear. I wish I caught one of your sermons. I would think I would have liked that. No bacon aside,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was good. sad none of you showed up, but yeah, it's fine. Turns away.
You didn't have your sermon at 4 a.m.
You're
Your
right.
service at 4 a.m.
It's like
pre-dawn
yeah, it's
mass.
at like
Oh,
11.
God.
Yeah,
So
4 a.m.
tired.
It's like, come on, man.
Talia wills it.
Does he really
Some
expect
bullshit
us to do
like
that?
right?
Like,
Exactly. I could do this every.
all right.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
I did like
moving
maybe on the
past that-
road too.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I know I was just saying
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
road too. I did want to
Perfect.
tell everybody
Mhm.
about my parents and what I learned about them from Adamar, because he had asked, and that's when I just planned to do road talk.
So are you going to recount the whole thing, or can we just
No, I wanted
internalize it?
I wanted to gloss over it. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
do the montage where I'm explaining and doing like the magic motions and everything.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's like C-3PO and
Yeah.
Return of the
C-3PO.
Jedi. Like, for some reason,
Why?
like why? What the hell is that?
All right. So Anton, raises an eyebrow to this. Well, you should be proud of your parents, but not to be coarse, I think it might be useful that they've made a lot of friends who are still around. You have a lot of allies out there if people know who your parents were.
I didn't think about that. That's a very good point. I think though too, I should be careful about who I tell and make sure that we trust them in case, well, at least up until we leave the Empire, never know who might turn on us still and who's that loyal to the Empire. That is a very good point. Maybe on the other side of the Ember Rim Mountains, we can find somebody who knew my parents too, and definitely help us out when we need it.
It's a fine line to walk. Who do you trust, but also who could help you if you give them a little trust? I don't know. It's not easy for me. I might have to lean on some of you who may be a little more sensitive than me.
We'll definitely keep a lookout, though. If my parents help them escape the Empire, then I imagine that they'd be very grateful.
Indeed. Well, a little more road talk here.
Yeah.
Anton asks Willa, we heard you mention something about a ruby dragon.
Right. Yeah, that's according to, I suppose, legend. That's the dragon who created and kind of scattered those gems around the world. It seems like, if I'm drawing the pieces together correctly, that orb we found may have been one of those. So now
One of the
Pangina-
gems.
But, yeah.
Out of Pangenan, you said?
Oh no, I was and now the Pangenans have it.
Oh, now the Pangenans have it.
We gave them the orb and everything.
You're always going on about the ruby dragon, Razik. What do you know about it?
I am always going on. Basically, the Ruby Dragons are great. They gave us culture, taught us how to speak telepathically to each other. Essentially, are the foundation for our entire society. I'm a huge fan.
What do you know about
To be
it
clear,
in
there's
relation?
no ruby.
Oh, there's no ruby.
To be clear,
dragon.
there's no ruby dragons. There's one ruby dragon. Sadior is the god of gem dragons, and the god of psychic and psionics. And the ruby dragon, as he is called, is the one psionic gem dragon who created the other gem dragon races. That's what you've learned.
Is there anything you can tell us though about? I mean, in relation to what Willa is researching and the dragon.
Yeah. Have you been to Turan Bluff over in Pangenan? Seemed like an important place.
I don't remember that I've been to Toran Bluff.
Oh, that's true. You don't remember a lot of things, do you?
I may have been, but I don't believe so.
Hmm.
Okay. It's worth a shot.
But I do know that Sardior. I think that Sardior originally gave his blessing at the capital city of Umahil. I always forget how to pronounce the X's. But UXMAL, Wes. Umau? I
Uxmal.
think.
Uxmal, the capital.
Uxmal? Yeah, I thought the X's were silent for some reason. But Uxmal. And that's where kind of like the biggest temple of the Sardior is. Definitely remember that.
Hmm. You do know that.
Maybe worth it to go there. Talk to their priests.
Oh, it's great. There's a huge statue. Like you can take, you can get your like, what do you call it? Your caricature. Yeah.
Oh wow!
draw
I
like
never got one of those.
We'll draw like they'll like
Caricature
accentuate all your flaws and like it's fun. It's a fun time.
But in a playful way,
Yeah. You're like riding like a horse carriage, but like you got a huge head and you have like a teeth thing. It's great. No, it's a beautiful place. And it's one of the Panginian Seat of Powers.
If we ever make our way over there, I mean, maybe I'll put that on my list of to do as we're leaving the Empire. It would be nice to talk to people there as well.
I have a feeling that the winds will take us there eventually.
Once we do whatever I have to do in career, can always go somewhere else. Everything that's pointing over to Panginian. Once I have what I need, I'd be willing to follow you all after that. Especially if you're going to follow me for so far, all the way to Korea, the volcano. If I achieve what I need to do, I'll follow you guys anywhere after that.
Well, what was your plan before? When you were going to get the artifact, what were you going to do then? Just go back home?
Yeah, that was my plan. I was just gonna go back home.
Are you just like gonna walk into the ocean? Like, what do you
Probably
think?
so.
Travel back, I suppose. Maybe find a way to fly back. I don't know. At this point, I just trying to get to the place to get what I need. But once I get it, mission accomplished, I suppose. Go anywhere else.
How far from Varendrel are we?
At this point, about 2 days.
Okay.
Nice.
The whole trip was about 4.5 days to get there.
I see. Did you have a question, Willa?
Yeah, Savi, you mentioned flying. Should we be flying places instead of walking places? That sounds much more convenient.
It does, but I don't know if we have a means to do that yet. Especially here in the Empire, there's no magic. So.
Oh, right.
Right.
I've heard stories though in other places in the in the surface lands, the dry lands we call them. There were people who had. I mean, I've seen birds. People used to like fly on top of birds. I've heard stories. Our people heard stories.
Oh, I've heard stories too. That's crazy.
Yeah, flying on big birds or weird horses that have wings. Whatever those are called.
Horses that have wings?
Pegasi.
They exist. They exist.
Pegasi? Have you seen one, Anton?
No, never.
Oh,
Oh,
Man, I bet
No
that's
one's-
amazing.
No one's seen one. I'm calling hogwash on that. Doesn't sound real.
Oh, come on. You gotta believe. That would be so neat to see.
Sounds. It would be pretty cool.
Um,
What about those weird horses that have like horns on their forehead?
a unicorn.
That sounds made up.
That's
Unicorns, yeah. That can't be real.
You know, it sounds made up. Your God.
Has anyone found any?
Oh,
Wow.
Uh-oh.
well, a
Getting too
seahorse
meta,
sounds
too
made
meta.
up. Like it's a horse that like the guy gives birth. Come on.
Seahorse.
That's
I've never seen a seahorse.
yeah, but that's true.
Yeah, no, I've heard
I've
of
seen a
it.
seahorse give birth. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I have a question because we're about to get to Varendrel too. Anton, you said that there's an Imperial garrison there or outpost there. Is that
There is. Yeah,
Is
this
that gonna
is.
be-
We'll
No, go ahead.
just have to keep our heads down. We might have to split up so as not to be conspicuous. If they know we're a band of 5, we might stand out if we're walking together. But yes, this is close to the Imperial Road, so everyone on high alert.
How long do you think we're gonna stay? You think it'll be safe enough for us to get ready to head towards the Emberin Mountains if we stay there for a few days? Like, you think it'll be safe enough?
I wouldn't stay any longer than we have to. We should get some supplies, get some rest. I'm curious to look into this priest, but I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. We should decide democratically.
Do you think Jane will be there? And Avario?
Very well could be. Pulls his brown cloak over his shoulders as a
Good
reminder
disguise.
to
Good
disguise.
disguise. You're the Lord of Illusions. Anton.
Draws a mustache with tar.
It's like crooked too.
Mustache over his
It's like
mouth.
crooked, like goes
Just
like way longer on one side.
fix it. Let me help you with that. We're not going to be there for 2 days. You don't have to do that right now. So- Okay, if you say so, Anton, I trust you. I guess that we're going to have to go through this in order to escape. And I know that there's a garrison right before we leave. That's the thing that worries me the most.
Well, the Empire could be anywhere, so I don't think we're safe anywhere as long as we play it smart, keep our heads down. We might be okay in Varendrel.
We could just go around Varendrel and the westward garrison and just go down the water and go take a boat.
Yeah, let's do that. That
I
sounds
think
safe.
we may find supplies.
You feel a force compelling you to go to the city.
All right, yeah. Now Varendrel it is.
Let's stock up, and also they have AO.
Oh yeah, you didn't need that. I think.
Depending on how your characters feel, though, you do understand that it is going to be the largest city that at least all of you have confronted together as a party. Whether that's individual or not, depending on what you've seen individually, but as a party, it's the largest you've been to. But is there anything else on the road before we get to Varendrel?
No, but I did want to mention that it just occurred to me that if you do want to know more about this priest, that maybe Razik can find a few things out or two. If I understand correctly, that you are able to get
Be very
a
sneaky.
wind of things that aren't so obvious on the surface?
You mean snooping?
That's a good idea.
You mean digging through people's stuff?
Something like that.
Like their trash?
Is that what if that's what you have to
I
do?
mean, that's a
don't know.
crucial part of an investigation, my friend.
Oh, it wasn't more investigation, just more of your underworld stuff.
Oh, yeah. I could squeeze up some leads.
I have a question. I have Know Your Enemy.
Could you do it
Am I able to
subtly?
size up just a regular person?
Huh.
What do you mean?
That's interesting.
So I
Post
have
it. Post it.
yeah, I can size up. Let's see, I have this?
Oh,
I can size up
your ability.
another creature.
That's interesting.
I can pick out 2 of their traits that you have to give me the info. So I wonder if I can use it on just regular people, or if I can only use it against creatures.
Yeah, regular people are creatures, so yeah, you can use it against anything that you wish.
All right.
People that you come across and other things, yeah. Okay. As that concludes, you finish off the last couple of days. Can everyone please remove 4 rations of yourselves and your horses?
Meaning 8 in total,
About
or
halfway-
just 4 in total?
They're
4
separate.
each.
Yeah.
4
Okay.
human rations, 4 horse rations.
All right.
You approach Varendrel. Midday. As you venture deeper into the enchanting Warsia forest, a bittersweet sight begins to unfold before your eyes. Emerging from the lush canopy, you catch the first glimpses of Varendrel, the elven city of wonders, tinged with a subtle air of restraint. Nestled gracefully along both sides of the Magalore River, its ethereal beauty seems almost otherworldly. And before I continue with the description, might as well reveal our map. Ooh.
It's a big ass city.
Wow.
It's a beaut. What a prosperous.
The city's exuberant structures, adorned with delicate elven craftsmanship, rise majestically above the treetops. Tall spires and towers reach for the sky, their slender form seemingly a natural extension of the surrounding forest. But there's a sense of quietness, as if they yearn to sing a song muted by an unseen force. At the heart of Varendrel, a verdant island beckons, cradled by the gentle flow of the Magalore River. Bridges, crafted with meticulous precision, span the sparkling waters, connecting both halves of the city. As you draw nearer, you notice the city's struggle for harmony, caught between the oppressive influence of the Damarian Empire and its elven roots. Runes etched gracefully along the structures that once glowed now bear no light, their arcane essence suppressed and restrained. The city's streets are adorned with beautiful tapestries and artworks, depicting ancient tales of arcane wonders, but they now carry an undertone of longing and nostalgia, forbidden memories concealed behind a facade of acceptance. As you enter the city, a symphony of fragrances envelops you, the scent of blooming flowers, aged wood, and the earthy embrace of the forest. Varendrel, a once vibrant sanctuary of Rorsian splendor, stands as a testament of the enduring bond between elves and their forest home. But now it grapples with the oppressive influence of the Damarian Empire. The moment your feet touch the city's soil, you know that your journey has led you to a place of beauty and wonder beyond compare, yet tinged with the sorrowful reminder of the magic that has been outlawed. As you take in these wonders, but also sense this feeling of suppression on what this city could and once was, it still delights you in the sights, these towering spires of this elven architecture, beautiful, beautifully intricate and integrated into this natural landscape, unlike anything you've ever seen in like a human town or city. You approach these huge walls that these vines kind of grow on top and around. And as you approach, you can see the massive doors are open. You come in from this east side here on the map. And as you are entering, and you start to get in some of the sights and smells and sounds, there is a little boy that hops in front of you that almost startles you. It's a little halfling boy named Hugo. He goes, "Hi, I'm Hugo. Hey there. Hey, you must be new here. Welcome to Varendrel. Here, you can have this if you want. It can help you."
Hey, Hugo.
Hands you
Insight. Is he a pickpocket?
Hi. You can insight him if you'd like.
Thank you.
Hey, before we get into the town too, I did want to at least put my hood up so that my hair is not that obvious. And
Okay.
did we decide if we were gonna like separate, or are we just kind of in together right now before we get into the city?
Well,
We
right
haven't
now
had
you're
a
all
chance to
together, so we
discuss it.
can
Okay.
we can plan that out in a second.
Okay.
You don't see. He seems to be genuinely nice and and
Even more
just excited.
suspicious.
He hands you a piece of paper that he's like, "Here, I give these out to people sometimes. You look new here,"
Sometimes.
and it's a map of Varendrel
No.
that has everything on it, and on the other side is a directory.
I flip
He goes,
him
"Okay,
a,
good
I
luck
flip him a
here.
silver.
Bye."
I flip him a silver as he goes.
He goes, "Oh,
What was his name?
thank you. Hugo.
You go. You're gonna go far, kid.
Thanks." And he runs off.
Keep that good gold heart of yours, Hugo.
He just goes off.
That kid took my wallet.
There's a lot in
Took
this
my
city,
wallet.
isn't there?
I'm writing down.
It's a very
Hugo,
big city, so
street urchin. Plus one reputation.
Before we get all crazy, should we find a place to settle?
Yeah,
Um,
there's a bunch of taverns.
Yeah.
Guys,
Looking at the thing.
I
They-
kind of
they-
want to treat you to the nicest place in town.
Well, that's
Go,
actually not a bad idea because Reuven Ward, by the way, the city's broken into multiple sections. They're called wards. And from what I remember,
Yeah, I've got the
Reuven
map
Ward.
too.
Reuven Ward is where soldiers hang out. And I imagine if there are Imperials around, they might be there. So maybe going to Tenethel Ward, which I think is the fanciest one, may be a good move for us, as long as we don't stray too far south.
I trust you.
yeah, and just
you've been here
as
before,
I know-
so yeah.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say just plan along.
Yeah, and just to give you a little bit of a lowdown, because I know it's a lot of information to sort of absorb, but yeah, to pick up on what he just said, the Varendrel ward is the a lot of the recreation area. There's a park, there's a theater, and there's a lot of like the go-to taverns and inns there. The Aaron ward also has taverns and inns, but it's mostly the lower to middle class residential area. Tanithil is more the middle to upper class residential area, and the Reuven Ward has a lot of the guilds and the Imperial camp, and basically where a lot of the Imperials go.
I see this Tanithil ward, but I don't see anywhere to stay. It looks like there's a really nice tavern. Do you know if there's an inn there, or perhaps maybe the one you're thinking of isn't there anymore?
I don't remember if there's rooms at the Starfall Lounge. Guess we may go and
There's not.
ask. There's not.
There's a tavern.
Just came to me.
Oh, you probably slept there, though, right?
Yeah, you probably did. You probably slept there. I don't know if there were rooms there.
Anton.
So there
Well, what
are
else looks
taverns,
good,
which
guys?
are kind of restaurants and bars, and inns are hotels. Some there's one that's listed here is a tavern and inn. Otherwise, most inns or taverns.
Fancy. There's stars next to each of them, so I imagine
Mm-hmm.
more than
Price
more-
and rating scale.
Stars are classy because they're high in the sky.
Well, what about this Silverglade Inn? It's the highest one in
It's the most visited.
Varendrel.
Makes me nervous. Too much foot traffic. I think we should either go really low or really high, personally.
Well, that's one of the options. That's the really high option that we have if we don't.
No, the
It's
Celestial
the
Haven
really high.
Hotel is the high option.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Then let's go
Oh,
there.
5 stars.
If you're paying, then let's go there.
I'll pay. I'll pay for the
Room
party.
service every night.
For at least the
Sorry.
first couple days. I don't know.
Oh, there it
we'll
is.
see how
Okay. There
we'll
it
see
is.
how much it ends up being. If we stay like a week or whatever, but at least the first couple days, I'll front the money.
Well, I don't want to move. If we're gonna stay somewhere, we should just stay somewhere.
Okay. Jeez. Those gnomes wrestled hard for this coin that I then profited.
Well, then don't
off
offer
of.
it up. Don't offer it up then.
Should we go
I'm
and
fine. I'm really fine staying anywhere. I'm just reading what's on this list here. So if you're paying,
Right.
maybe you should pay.
Okay, well, I was just trying to minimize the chances that you and Anton will get captured and strung up and tarred and feathered. But, I mean, if you want to stay at the most populated inn, that's fine, too.
You just said we should either go to the most high or the most low, but you also said you wanted to treat us to the nicest place here. So I'm like, which way are you going with that? So
Okay, well, let's go to the highest inn. Let's go to, do I have a sense of, just intuitively, sort of through my, spendthriftness, how much a place like that might cost, per eve? Wes?
Roll an intelligence check.
Right. My forte. I'm just kidding. It's not. 17.
Jeez. You go, well, it's 5 stars. That's probably upwards of a couple gold each per night, probably.
Oh, that's fine. Let's go.
Razik's rich. Oh, okay. Now hold on. I've never been to one of these places. So, do we need to look a little bit better than how we do right now?
And you, Willa, no.
Willa, you
Gemma,
look great.
you're also fine. Anton, yes. Me, yes.
I fixed Anton's
no, you're fine.
mustache.
Lick your thumb.
You're like, yeah, that's good. Smooth his hair out like like a boy's hair. No,
Like
no,
your
no,
fingers
no,
and just
yeah,
like
yeah,
kind of
it's like, no, just rough it back up. That's better. Pull your shirt up a little bit.
There is a leather worker in town. They might have some clothes that could make us look a little different
Some
than
dress leathers.
maybe. Is that what a there's also a general store.
Okay.
I'm not sure which one
Is
is
there a
there.
clothier?
There's not a clothier that I know of.
Okay. Maybe we go
Here.
to the general store then and just ask for some fancy clothes.
Something to put over
Is
the
the
song.
general store in which ward is it in?
There's a couple.
Okay. Well, let's go to the one that's not in the Reuven ward.
Okay, the first one is in the Reuben ward.
There's
There is one in the
Enchanted
Aaron
Emperor's
ward.
Bazaar.
So closest to us, the Wildwood Wares is in the Aaron ward.
Wildwood Wares. Yeah. Maybe we should let's go to this store, see if they have any clothes so we can disguise ourselves somewhat.
All right.
Yeah.
Wildwood Wares.
I mean, there is the leather worker in the Varendrel ward too. If you don't find what you're looking for there,
Yeah. We'll need to buy something fancy. Are you buying?
Yes.
It's gonna be so broke after this trip.
I have 436 gold, 2,020 silver, and 348 copper,
Wow.
and 27 platinum.
Big
I'm
spend.
good.
gonna be
You got
okay.
you got heavy pockets. Heavy pockets.
gonna
It's
be
the
all right.
general
Gold
store
to
then.
spend.
It's actually just
Um,
for the generals. Just kidding. A little upper class humor.
I do want to mention, just because it hasn't been mentioned yet, but the Vero Island is the central island that the bridges connect to. Is also kind of serves as the city's central hub. There are there's a temple to Taitar and the temple to Coralon there. There's also the Hall of Illumination, which is serves as the city's real central cultural hub of it's a library, it's the city hall, and inside of the Hall of Illumination are two shrines, one shrine to Clethalia and one shrine to Hannah Nye.
who's Cthulhu?
Just so wanted to mention that.
I look at the thing. I say, "Well, look, they have a theater." Oh, I always wanted to go there. I never was able to in the city in New Domar. Maybe we can check that out later. That looks awesome.
That'd be amazing. You just read my mind. I'd love to do that.
Just getting excited reading all the stuff that they can do.
Well,
So are we going to the
Yeah, you
leather
can.
workers?
I think they would probably have some disguises that are a little bit more on par with that fancy inn we're trying to stay at, right?
It's worth a shot, right? They have a
Way to
leather
find
face mask. You know? How does this look?
Right. I put my arm around.
It's like fancy.
I put my arm around Anton. I said, Anton, okay, what you want? We want a silk cravat, the biggest coattails that we can have, and shoes darker than the night. Let's go. Trust me, I'm a master of
You
disguise.
lost me at coattails, but I'll
No.
put on a what is it called? A crevice? I
Really,
don't
that's
know.
funny because you've been riding them this whole time. I'm just kidding. Let's go.
Don't get too fancy,
Yeah,
though, Anton.
let's not
I don't want to
be-
stand out.
Let's not be conspicuous.
I mean,
Let's not
we're
get
going
carried
to
away.
this place in town. We'll be conspicuous if we're not conspicuous.
Don't be the most conspicuous. Casually
All right,
conspicuous.
let's see what they have.
So you're heading to Ashran's
think so.
Artisan Leathers.
I think so.
All right, on your way there, we'll go ahead and take our second break right here, and we will see you all in a few. Stick around for more exploration of Varendrel. Hey, we're back.
We're gonna be
We
leather daddies.
have left. It's gonna be like dodgeball. We've left we've left Redgard Keep and have traveled to Varendrel, the elven city of wonders, and have just entered. And the adventurers, which we actually didn't settle on if we decided to name ourselves yet, but they've entered the city and are looking to go towards the leather worker to perhaps work on some disguises before finding a place for tonight to rest. Trying to be conspicuous as to not catch too much attention from the Empire for reasons. So you head to Ashran's Artisan Leathers and the Varendrel ward, which isn't far from the entrance of where you came in. You kind of go in and kind of duck right into it. And let's see here.
Jane Werville pops out.
You enter a nice establishment. It is artisan leathers for a reason. And it is you come in and you realize that this is a tannery. It's a leather crafting shop. Provides leather armor and clothing from various animal skins, including deer, cow, and even crocodile. There are leather workers' tools that can be purchased here. It very much deals with leather, but it is an artisan leathers place as well. So there's a bit of mixture of clothing mixed in with the sort of normal leathers that a place like this would serve. There isn't like wonderful silk or clothing outfits that you might be. I don't know if you're looking for, but there are outfits, there are clothing pieces you can purchase that have leather interworked into it, if that makes sense. You come in and you're greeted by a male half elf. He goes, "Oh, please come in. Oh, newcomers, I see. Please come in. Is there anything I can do for you? Please have a look around."
Thank you.
I'm looking for something thin that I can drape over my armor. Won't be too bulky. Do you have anything like that?
Perhaps a cloak, maybe a leather cloak.
Cloak sounds good. Can I take a look?
Yeah, we have a little collection over here, and points you in a direction. You can see there's a little rack of various different colors and designs of leather cloaks.
He's got the one with the 8-ball on the back. No, you
It's
don't
like a
want
skull
that
with a
one. Yeah,
flame on it.
Yeah, exactly. No, not that. No.
So Anton's just going to grab the fanciest one he can find. I'm sure there's nothing too opulent here, right?
Oh, I mean, well, we do have a clientele of high esteem.
Oh, we're
There
them.
are many who come here for our. Oh, well, that's wonderful to hear. This is an artisan's leather, not unlike, very much unlike the normal leather worker shop. I'm sure you might have come across before. We deal everything that they do, as well as special pieces. If there's anything of custom make that you'd like, we can discuss such things.
Do you have any
Otherwise, these are the pieces I have.
magical? Perhaps +1 leather, if you know what I mean.
He's joking. We wouldn't buy magical leather. Good one, Bob.
Like a foreigner's joke, I assume.
Oh, right, because
no,
we're
nothing.
in the Empire. Yes, that's what makes it funny.
Right.
Sorry,
Looks
my
uncomfortable.
extreme wealth makes me separated from the common man. I forget what we laugh about these days.
Well, it's funny you laugh about arcane magic like that because I mean, really, arcane magic is such a havoc on our society.
It is. It's disgusting.
You, it's horrible because, well, I mean, just the other day, I think you're new here, but just the other day there was Darunia of the Silverglade Inn. She reported she was attacked. She was attacked by strange arcane. I think it was arcane magic, probably coming out. Someone controlling it. She was attacked by something. Something came out of the water and attacked her. She escaped, but you never know these days. I mean, it's just terrible. It's terrible what it can do.
Good. Gosh, it has really gone to the wolves. Have you heard it? I look around conspiratorially.
You're breaking up quite a bit.
Your audio broke up.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I look around my shoulder conspiratorially, and I say, have you heard about the priest?
I think
They say he
I've heard
worships
someone
Asmodeus, the scandal.
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus, yes.
That's a rumor I haven't heard. I've heard
I know.
it's strange
Have you-
behavior, but I never would have thought that he'd be involved in Asmodeus. Are you sure about that?
I mean, I'm not sure.
I would hate to spread rumors that aren't true, like
Oh,
arcane
me
magic
too,
being
me too.
dangerous.
No, me as well. Me as well.
What sort of strange behavior are you talking about?
I was just talking about Darunia. She got attacked by. She said that she got attacked by strange creatures that emerged from the river.
I thought you said that the
Yeah.
priest was exhibiting strange behavior.
Oh no, I had heard about that, I think, but this is a separate thing. A separate
Okay,
quest
cool.
line, if you will.
That's what I was. Yes, thank you. I was trying to connect the dots, as I often do when I run social circles beneath my own.
I don't frequent the core line temple too much, but I have heard something about strange behavior, but I don't know anything about Asmodeus or anything like that. But I do think that there's some arcanist. I mean, has to be, right? I mean, who arcanists we know are dangerous, right? We know they attack people. We know that they're dangerous. So who else could have attacked Darunia? Poor Darunia.
Well, if it was something out of the water, don't you think it could have been one of these gators you have hanging up here?
I've never seen a crocodile or a gator ever spew wisps of light out of its mouth or anything like that before.
Oh.
That's what she described, at least.
It's Magigator.
What do the soldiers do with any of the arcanists that they find here? Is there some sort of jail or I don't know? Do they execute them on the spot? How do they do it here in Varendrel?
Oh, I haven't seen a lot of it lately. I think they've done a pretty good job of getting rid of all of them, which is good. That's good. But I've heard that some get locked up, some are sent out of the Empire. God's bless them, and I've also seen I've seen a couple executions for the real bad ones.
Well, it seems like it's a pretty safe area for the most part then.
Oh, it's a very safe city for the most part. Where do you all come from? You look like a very eclectic group.
From the far south.
Snipe of it. Everyone's just struggling.
Yep, just down south.
Far south.
These are
okay.
Various retainers.
I'm not his
Well,
retainer.
anyway, I guess we
From
should.
exotic lands.
Okay.
She's particularly willful.
I slap him.
You look pain.
I slap him.
Oh, such a minx.
You look Pangean.
Oh, thank
Very
you.
foreign.
Thank you.
Well, let's back to the matter of why you're probably here. Yes, we have collections of leather as well as a few outfits that are great for a night out in the town, but leather jackets, things like that, that could be for practical means as well as for fashion.
Everything fancy. As
Oh, we
the
have
style that I'm
leather
accustomed to.
jackets, leather suits, leather pants.
Leather suits.
Are
Are we talking
we have
Eddie
a
Murphy Raw?
and we also have leather armor. You know, it depends on what you need.
We'll take a look around. We've been traveling for quite a while, so our traveling clothes are a little bit not in the best condition now. So staying in a place like Varendrel, we kind of want to be more presentable than what we normally
Understood.
are right now. So, are there any other places in town that would have fine clothes, or is this just as good a spot as any?
Oh, I would say this is a pretty good spot. We have great clothing. I mean, if you're looking for more fabric-based clothing, the general store nearby might have some, but they are very limited on anything fanciful.
Understood. It's worth it to ask.
Any high class?
Most of us elves here. No, there used to be here and there, but most of us elves, we kind of just our normal clothing we make ourselves. And if there's anything fanciful, we usually will wear ceremonial armor or leather things that we have.
Well, Anton just grabs the second fanciest leather cloak and brings it up and slaps it on the counter and says, he's paying, points to Razak.
It's true. And
Okay. So you're putting down a cloak?
Yeah.
Oh, that particular piece, very nice. 2 gold for this one.
I haggle because I feel like that's what a rich person would do. Even though
Okay,
I have the
why
money
don't
to do
you
so.
describe how you want to haggle and
It's like, do you see the discoloration here? Oh, I can't in good conscience pay full price for this.
roll
Knowing that it
persuasion.
is actually fine leather work.
What'd you roll?
I didn't roll.
Announce to the crowd. Roll persuasion, I said.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was just ran through. 11.
11. Because you truly are not from Varendrel, are you, foreigner? No, this is our price. 2
All
gold.
right. I love the thrill of the chase, and I slam down 2 gold. And I subtract
Okay.
it.
Takes it. And hope you enjoy. You have a good friend there who's paying for you.
He's the best.
Silently walks away. It's like, yeah, well, up for debate.
Anything for my retainers.
I was looking for something that could maybe, what's popular in town, something that make me kind of fit in with everyone else. I want to make sure that I'm at the top of fashion, maybe something that covers this armor as well.
I hear leather
I
belts
like
are
your
in.
style.
Lots of them.
Well, not here, foreigner, but actually, we
You
have a
spiky
very
head.
fanciful, we have these vests that have these nice flares coming off of them. You can see he pulls off It's like, these are fresh, hot off the shelves. There's like a sort of leather, almost like long leather vest almost, that have these like slight sleeves to them, but they're more vests than anything. And you take this and you can tie it with a leather belt, and put that over your armor, and you'll get quite a number of looks for your style.
Oh, is there anything in,
It's like
in
a
any
dark
color?
leather.
A dark one?
Mm-hmm. Like a dark brown. But I have a couple of different colors. Which one would you like?
What color you think would make me kind of maybe not stand out too much, just kind of sort of blend in a little bit.
Fashionable, but not standoutish. Okay.
Right.
Perhaps this. He looks through his catalog. It goes into the back for a little bit, comes back out. Ah, yes. How about this? Very nice one. This black leather one.
Perfect. I'll take it. And
You'll look stylish, but you won't stand out in a crowd.
that's exactly what I need. She'll like take it from him, and she just goes on and puts it on, and she's like, "Fits nice. My friend here is supposedly paying," and she'll slap Razik on the back. Aren't you, buddy?
It's true. I'm thirsty
this one
for
is,
attention and love from my friends. How much
This
will
is
it be?
2 gold as well. 2 gold.
All right, I slap it down.
All right. That one is paid for as well. Boy, Dragonborn. Not used to seeing your kind around. But you don't appear to be the evil arcanist kind. You look like the Jim Dragonborn they call you? I think we're I think I'm more fascinated by them than anything.
Oh,
I don't think they're inherently evil like the chromatic Dragonborn are.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, we're not trying to do anything bad. You know, just being a good citizen around here.
Well, it's so great to see here in Varendrel. Hope you enjoy your new piece of clothing. Can I help anyone else?
I'm looking through the racks too, and I maybe try to find something that's like a dark leather tunic that's long that I can put a belt over. Something that looks nice, but just really simple because Gemma doesn't know really any better than that. But she does know what is nice and she knows like quality leather though, you know.
You definitely notice since you know quality leather. There's nice pieces here. There are genuinely nice pieces.
This is something that kind of like I would always want to buy for myself, but you know, it's just not.
But you're not paying for it, so
no. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, just like as a farm girl, it's just like
Right.
It's not practical. You know, do you
Right,
maybe have any
right.
tall boots that might be able to go with this? I don't really see anything around here.
Just going full goth.
Oh yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
my boots are
what-
tall too, but they're just getting tattered. Like I said, we've been traveling on the road for
Yeah,
a
you can
really
get
long
some-
time.
Are you looking for your boots for something more practical, or are you looking for more style?
Maybe something in between. I would go practical, but
in
at least
between.
something that goes with this this tunic would be great.
And the tunic. And what color is the tunic
It's like dark
that
brown.
you picked out?
It's like dark brown.
Like dark brown. And he goes and looks around. There's like a little bit of there's like a shoe section.
Shoe section.
It goes over. Yeah, there's a shoe section, and there's like some boots. I think these might fit you as well. I think they match the color. There's a bit of a heel on them, but they're not too uncomfortable for walking.
Okay. and I'll
And
try
traveling.
those on. And like the look of them. This is great. Thank you. I appreciate it. You wouldn't happen to have a Varendrel water skin, would you? I got a really cool one back at the Sun Post, and I was just wondering if I'm passing through town, have sort of a souvenir of sorts.
You
I
know,
don't know.
a great place for that would be any of the general stores.
Oh, but they're so nice here. No, okay, all right.
I don't have any of those, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do custom work too, by the way? Just for no reason.
We do for orders, yeah, if you'd like to place an order. Might take some
you up
time,
on
but
that.
we do custom orders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come by again later in a day or two. How much?
Please do.
How much for this tunic and boots?
For the tunic and the boots, well, with these are a little more practical on our practical end, but I think 2 gold actually for both of these objects might do it.
That's great. I'll give him the 2 gold myself.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
Do we put fancy
you enjoy them.
clothes? Fancy leather clothes?
Do Ashran's boots, Ashran's tunic, if you'd like,
Okay.
or fancy, whatever you want. All right. Anyone else? Razik, do you want anything?
I'm good. I've already got decent shoes
Okay.
that allow me to run
And
up
armor
vertical
that you just
surfaces,
picked up.
so I'm gonna keep those.
And leather armor that you just picked up.
Savi, what about you?
Oh yeah, I'm here too. You know what? Wow. We're going to go big. We're trying to go fancy, right? You know what? I could use a nice. I kind of liked what Willa picked out. Something similar to that. Maybe like a longish like tunic I could put over my armor. Something sort of like a cover would be nice. And Asher goes, "Oh yes. And wow, you're a sea elf? You don't ever see those around here. That's amazing."
It's just glistening.
Because oh yes,
We have
sea
to
elf.
constantly
Yeah.
spray him. He dries right up.
Well, welcome to Elven Varendrel. We love to see other elves into our city. So another what kind of color are you looking for? And Savamo goes, kind of looks to all of you. I think I'd probably go the lighter color, match with my skin and my armor, right? Like lighter, maybe like a gray, light gray.
Make your abs pop.
Yeah, my ass pop. And Asher goes, "Oh, I like that. Here," goes back and he pulls out like a white leather like tunic that has very similar style that what Gemma had, but it's like it's stitched with gold as well, and there's like these large stitches of gold thread. These are one of our finest pieces, but I think it's going to really match your aesthetic and what you're going for. And Savamo goes, "Oh yeah, I like that. That's fancy. Basic, you going to pay for this one too, or?"
Oh yeah, baby.
I think you're muted. He goes, "Well, this one's very fine. It's one of our nicest pieces. 3 gold pieces."
Wow. Just kidding.
Savamo goes, I only save your life like all the time. Just
I know. Savmil, come now. You're.
Oh, you.
I'm sorry. I forget the conversion rate to farmers' lifespans, but I'm pretty sure this is worth at least 6 months of a farmer's life. That's slightly
Perhaps.
the board.
Thank you, Razik. And hands it over, and Savamo puts it on. This is nice. All right. Anything else? This is
That's it.
maybe part 1 of possibly 8 shopping episodes. We'll see.
It was Ashin.
Ashran's
Ashrin.
artisan
Ashrin.
leather.
Damn it, I was wrong in both accounts. Ashrin, for your discretion. I flip him a silver.
Oh, it's not very necessary, but why
I know,
the
for a
discretion?
tip. For a tip.
Appreciated.
And I put my
Puts it
finger on my
into his
nose.
pocket.
Just so. I have no idea what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, we got
Just
that.
hope he thinks it's weird, rich people stuff. Is what I'm going
Oh,
for.
strange. Well, be careful out there, and remember, come back anytime. Ashrin, I'm Ashrin. Ashrin's Artisan Leathers. Thanks for your business today, and good luck in your new adventures, your endeavors, I should say.
Thank you, Mr. Ashran.
One question before we leave. We like to be around Imperial soldiers. It makes us feel safe. Where can we find most of them?
It's true. They
Me
protect
too.
our
Me
patches.
too. They do make things better, don't they? I believe that. Well, I mean, I don't believe it. Most of the Imperial soldiers like to hang out in the Reuven Ward. A lot of them hang out there, but you'll see them patrolling all throughout the day and throughout the night. So you're very safe here in Varendrel. Don't worry about any arcanists. They're not around. There could possibly be one in front of my very nose.
Well, thank the gods for that.
Nervous laughter.
Well,
Well, be careful in some of the other shops. Some others don't quite agree with my stance on that. Think I'm extreme or whatever.
Oh,
But,
the scandal.
They're
Who disagrees
know.
with you? So we know to avoid their
Ah.
patronage.
I just follow the law and what's right, what the gods say is right, and what the Empire says.
Yes, but whose shop
So,
should we
anyway.
really avoid if we don't want to run into those unsavory types? Do you know?
I'd stay away from the Fairywind Bar.
Ah,
And there are a couple other shops, general shops that may disagree with my perhaps righteous stance. But, well, you'll see. There's a whole variety of different types here in Varendrel.
excellent. I flip him another copper. Thank you, good sir.
Silver and a copper. Thanks. I was complimented and then I was insulted. But thank you.
Yeah.
Penny for your thoughts. I'm sorry, copper for your thoughts.
I'll throw it into the tip jar.
It's like handing a crumpled
Thanks.
dollar bill to a concierge or something.
Take a penny, leave a penny.
All right, leave.
All right, bye.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, where else do you go now?
Hey,
All right, guys, we need to go
the-
there. Let's go there.
Well,
We'll see. What is everyone else thinking?
I thought now that we're all dressed up, should we find a place to settle down? I think that Celestial Haven Hotel is here in the Varendrel ward.
Yeah, we
Oh,
also
it's
said
right
that we
there.
were gonna buy fancy clothes, and then we went to the leather works. So,
This
you
is
guys
where-
are fancy, but I'm not fancy.
Well, I thought this is where the fancy clothes that we could get in the town was.
Yeah, I think this was the fanciest place that we could find. Unless we want to go to Rorisian Rune Jewelers, but I don't think I got money
It's
for that.
fine. I'll just bribe the bellhop. It's good. Let's go.
Well, why don't you just go run in and buy something really quick?
if Wes is okay with speed running that, I run into the general goods store and I buy the fanciest thing. I buy 2 of the fanciest things for 5'8" to 6'2" men, which is what I assume that
What do you-
Anton is as well.
You're trying to find outfits, like
Yes.
outfits,
Yep.
or
Just trying to find like a pantsuit, whatever Anton would like as well.
they have cheaper end, but cheaper end for elves, which is actually quite fancy for what humans like yourselves may be used to.
Are we going to the
Another 2
Aaron Ward
gold
first
for-
then? Or are we going, that's the closest general goods store?
I mean, they're actually very close to each other.
Okay.
They're kind of most of the shops that you're seeing between the 2 wards are in this main strip. They just happen to be separated because one half and the other half.
Oh, so it's like,
If you can, yeah, they're like in that main strip is a lot of the shops. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And there is way over along the riverbank. Do you see these tiles and what I'm pinging here? That's the Celestial Haven Hotel.
Ooh,
Ooh, on the
it's
water.
lakeside.
Well,
Mhm.
while he's trying on clothes, can I also pick up my Varendrel water skin?
Yes, you can pick up your Varendrel. It's got the went to Varendrel and I survived.
That's too fair. No, I just want the.
What's the
like
local
Sun
sports
Post-
team? the fighting.
Sun-
The fighting. Gosh, what do we always say, Wes?
Good
The
one.
fighting.
I don't know. What would you say, Mike?
I was saying, at the Sun Post, I got a really nice one with the Sun Post emblem on it.
Right.
So something similar like that too.
Are you collecting flasks? Are you collecting?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
collecting water skins?
these are very. These cities and these towns have life breathed into them, so I need to get a.
Yeah.
Refrigerator mag.
What's different about this one though is it's actually a little more classy because the elves of Varendrel just cannot help but be classy.
Mhm.
Even their tourist water skin is like nicely crafted. There's like a good leather encasement around it, and with nice stitching, like silk stitching around it, and a runic symbol in Elvish that represents the city of Varendrel, which you can purchase for 5 silver.
Great, thanks.
Okay, so you quickly pick those up, and you pick up the 2 outfits. Anything else? I think that's where we left off.
Yep.
Ready to go to the hotel if you guys are.
Where can we pick up some more rations real quick while we're shopping?
That general store, probably.
General store.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna spend more time in the general store, let's play it out. Which one did you go to? Was it the Aaron Ward one?
I assume because there's one in the Reuben Ward. We're in Arendelle.
Right,
We're in Arendelle, so I guess Wildwood Wares is the closest one.
Wildwood
Oh,
Wares. Yeah, he's got some. There's a lot of
yeah.
locations. Wildwood Wares. Yes, the general store owned and operated by the Gilbalar family. Basic adventuring supplies and equipment can be purchased here. You do enter and you see an androgynous, long-haired elf sits behind the counter. And they seem to help you wherever you are needed. And at one point, they mention, as you're talking, and some of you are checking out and everything like that, because my name is Silvar. I've heard rumors. I don't know if you've heard rumors, but I've heard rumors of river wisps and both the river wisps and this behavior of the Coralon priest, Morthil Durrell. But I also, honestly, I hear stories all the time, whether they're true or not. That doesn't really matter to me. But I didn't know if you'd heard about them yourself.
Well, we had heard that they were Arcanists in the river, not these river wisps. But that's good to know too. Are the Domerian Knights taking care of it?
I don't know. They always seem to be busy with something. I haven't heard anything about Arcanus, but I've heard that there were wisps of light that emerged from the water and have attacked several people. And it seems to disappear before the knights or the Imperial Guards can do anything about it. I think they're probably just watching the water at this point. Who knows?
I see. What have you heard about this priest?
Morthil. I sometimes attend services that he performs. On rare occasions. I'm not very devout, but every once in a while. And I think I went last week, and there was something very strange about him. The way that he moved and walked, and there's almost like a look in his eye, like something like he had a secret. It's the best way I can describe it.
Seems like you're a very perceptive person. Pick up on signs like that.
Well, I think I am sometimes, but I've also heard similar things from my friends, so we may have built off of each other.
We're looking for some rations. Do you have any in stock?
Yes, we have rations. We also have rations. If you have any animals, we can provide that as well. Yep, at this store, if you want to look up anything under basic equipment, is available to purchase. Rations is one of those things.
All right, what is it? 2 silver per ration or something like that?
Looking it up. Let's see here. Rations.
Oh, it's 5 silver.
Rations per day, 5 silver per day, 2 pounds per ration. Make sure you're keeping track of weight.
How far is it from here to the Ember Rim Mountains? Just estimate.
Oh, the Emerald Mountains. I haven't traveled a lot myself, but I do have a lot of travelers who come through here who do travel to the mountains. Well, it'll take about 5 to 6 days from here to the Wes Ford and Garrison. Maybe another day to actually get into the thick of the mountains from there.
Gotcha. Kind of out of character question, but no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to say now, or you were?
No, that was what I was kind of asking out of character. Like,
Oh,
no, but it's fine.
That was the
You
question.
played it well.
That was the
right.
Okay.
Okay.
How much is a ration? How much
5
money?
silver a day.
5 silver.
Do you have any postcards? Some Varendrel postcards?
Yes, we're right here. And he spins like one of the little, like, very touristy little racks that have like the little ones that have like a bunch of the postcards on it. Yeah, we have a bunch right here.
Oh, amazing. She'll take like 4 of them. You see, I have my family. They're back down south, and I think they'd really like to kind of know what we're up to. I like to tell my brothers about our adventures and let my mom and pa know. It's a kind of a thing. Anyways,
that's great.
how much are these?
If you'd actually like to send them, I believe that there are messengers available at the Hall of Illumination. You can have someone send it from there.
Oh, that's a great tidbit. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Thank you.
Great. Yeah. Do you how many do you pick up?
4.
1 silver for all. of those.
Silver. Okay. She hands over the 1 silver, puts it in her bag.
Oh, great.
How much?
Anton's going to
Sorry.
pick up 10 rations and 10 horse rations.
Same.
Cool.
Yeah,
How much were the
I
horse
did that
rations,
too,
though?
and I subtracted that already as well.
Well, how much were the horse rations?
Great. That would be under mounts and vehicles.
Right.
The horse rations feed per day is 5 copper pieces per day and 10 pounds per day for weight. So 5 copper, 10 pounds per day.
So like 50 copper or 5 silver.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
How much for I went to Varendrel and all I got was this crappy t-shirt.
3 copper.
Fantastic. It's high quality though,
Very-
right? Because they're elves. They can't
It's not good quality. It's not.
It's not.
It's,
Oh,
it's only.
son of a bitch.
It's only in the shop for the human visitors, like the human tourists. You know.
I'll take it. I got my water skin. I'm happy.
I like that you're collecting water skins from each location.
Well, the Sunpost one
Fantastic.
was so appealing, and we're at this awesome town, so
Some posts had an actual like gift shop.
yeah. I mean, we live in Florida, so like I just pick up top of my head, like
definitely
whatever,
fueled.
everything. That
Definitely
I've seen
fueled
ever
from
seen.
my Floridian life. Yeah.
I
Where I
drive
was raised.
any store on iDrive.
Oh yeah. Or anywhere on the interstate.
Yeah. So now that we got our junk, do you guys want to head on to the fancy hotel? Maybe get some food.
That seems like a good cliffhanger.
Okay.
Like,
You
go and put it in
gathered.
Hannah, like, actually, several of you have to share a room. No.
Well, we'll end it here where you've gathered your supplies and you feel like you're at least somewhat comfortable in approaching a high-end resort that we will get the details on next time. And we'll end our session there for tonight. Welcome to Varendrel. Lots to explore ahead.
Woo!
All right. Woohoo! So, thanks everyone for joining us, watching us get to a new location. And we'll be back in 2 weeks on Wednesday, August 9th with episode 29. This episode will also be available. Excuse me. Ooh, how to fit there. This episode will also be available on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms within the next few days. Join us right now on our Discord for our after show discussion. Thanks for watching and listening, everyone. Good night.
Bye.